Hello everyone. In the previous few videos, we saw about how to find the time complexity of a recursive as well as a non-recursive algorithm. Note that the method that we have used to find the time complexity of recursive and non-recursive algorithm were, I can call it as a mathematical analysis. Because we never converted that particular algorithm into a code and ran it onto a machine and calculated how many times the basic operation was executed. Now, if we develop a method wherein we convert the algorithm into a particular code and run that code on a machine, and if I find how many times the basic operation gets executed for a particular input, then that particular method, we call it as the empirical analysis. So, in today's video, we are going to discuss about what do you mean by empirical analysis and the general plan to perform the empirical analysis of an algorithm. So, if you see, this is the general plan. The first thing that we are supposed to understand is, the first step is the understand the purpose of the experiment. Second thing is decide on the efficiency metric M to be measured and the measurement unit. Here the measurement unit that we'll consider is the how many times the basic operation gets executed. Let me call it as the count. Here the measurement unit is the count. And how many times this measurement unit or this count gets executed, it is stored in a metric denoted with M. Third thing is I need to decide on the characteristics of the input size. That means what input that I am going to supply. That is the size of the input, or it might be the range of input that I am going to supply to my algorithm. Next is for the algorithm developed, prepare a program implementing the algorithm for the experimentation purpose. As I clearly told, if you are finding the time complexity with the help of just an algorithm, then we call it as the mathematical analysis. If we find the time complexity with the help of a code executed on a machine, then we call it as the empirical analysis. Now, as this is empirical analysis, I need to prepare a program implementing the algorithm for the experimentation. Next, generate a sample of input. Now, supply that particular input to your program or to your code and record the output or record the data observed. And then finally, whatever output you have obtained, you need to analyze that particular output. I am calling that particular output as the data. So, in the sixth step, it says that run the program on the same inputs and record the data observed. And finally, I need to analyze the data obtained. Now, how to analyze the data obtained? We need to plot a graph. So, finally, I can say we need to plot a graph wherein my x-axis denotes the input size. Now, what was my input size? Let my input size be denoted with n, and y-axis denotes count, the value of the count. Say for example, if this is my n and this is my count. Let's assume that a particular algorithm, let me call it as an algorithm A. The algorithm A with the size of input, with the size of the input n, has a count value somewhere here. Don't worry about what value it is. Now, on increasing the value of n, the number of count increases. Let me denote with the second point here. Now, on increasing the value of n, count value is increased here. On increasing the value of n, if the count value is increased here and here. So, these are my points on the graph. Now, if you join this particular point, you may see that it is linear in nature. It is linear in nature. If so, what would be the time complexity of that particular algorithm? As you see, this is a straight line. So, this is order of n. So, this is order of n. This should be the first observation. Second thing, let me take, if on plotting a particular graph, with my x-axis as n and my y-axis as count. Y-axis as count. Now, let me assume that the point that I have got are over this. A point here, a point here, a point here, and something like this. Maybe we call such a graph as the scatter plot. Now, if you see this particular graph, you may observe that this is concave in nature. If it is concave in nature, then the efficiency class of the algorithm will be logarithmic. It will be log n. Maybe one more. If you plot a graph with respect to n and count, and if your graph output is something like this, in the sense if the data points are scattered around this particular line, which is convex in nature, then the efficiency class of such an algorithm will either be quadratic or it will be n log n. These are the general observation that we may come across when we analyze for the empirical analysis for a particular algorithm. If it is concave in nature, note that the efficiency class would be logarithmic. If it is concave in nature, it is logarithmic. If it is convex in nature, then the efficiency class would either be quadratic or it would be n log n. This is about what do you mean by empirical analysis. Hope it is clear. Thank you.